Maria Josepha of Saxony was born to King August III of Poland and of Archduchess Maria Josepha of Austria on November 4, 1739, in Dresden. Maria Josepha was the eighth of 15 children and the fourth-born daughter. Her older sister, Maria Amalia, married the future Charles III of Spain in 1738. Her second sister, Maria Margarita, died in infancy, and her sister Maria Anna Sophia became Electress of Bavaria by marriage in 1747. Her older brother, Frederick Christian, became the Elector of Saxony in 1763 and reigned for only 74 days. Her sisters Maria Christina and Maria Kunigunde chose a religious life and became abbesses of prestigious religious institutions. The Dauphin of France, Louis Ferdinand, had been happily married to the Infanta Maria Teresa Raffaella de Bourbon since February 1745. The couple was very much in love, but sadly, on July 22, 1746, Maria Teresa died after giving birth to a baby girl. King Ferdinand VI of Spain, who was a half-brother of the late Maria Teresa, offered the Dauphin the hand of the Infanta Maria Antonia Fernandia of Spain. But this union was snubbed by Louis XV as incest and never took place. Other proposals came from Savoy in the form of Princess Eleonora of Savoy or her sister Princess Maria Louisa of Savoy. Both were rejected. Louis XV and Madame de Pompadour had their eye on Maria Josepha. The marriage between Maria Josepha and the Dauphin Louis Ferdinand had been suggested by Maurice of Saxony, who was an uncle of Maria Josepha and the illegitimate son of her grandfather, August II of Poland. Louis XV and his mistress were convinced that the marriage would be advantageous for France, as it would forge an alliance between France and Saxony, who had been on opposite sides during the recent war of the Austrian succession. However, a problem arose when it became clear that Maria Josepha was the granddaughter of August II of Poland. The latter had dethroned the father of the reigning Queen of France, Maria Leszczyńska, from the Polish throne. Louis Ferdinand and Maria Josepha were married on February 9, 1747, and Maria Josepha became the new Dauphine of France. Before the marriage, the tradition of the time required that the bride would wear a bracelet that had a portrait of her father on it. When the queen asked to see Maria Josepha's bracelet, the ingenious Maria Josepha showed her the bracelet with a portrait of the queen's father, Stanislas Leszczyński. Maria Josepha explained to the queen that the portrait represented the fact that Stanislas Leszczyński was now Maria Josepha's grandfather by marriage. The queen and the court were impressed by the tact shown by the 15-year-old Maria Josepha, and her actions would earn her the friendship of the queen and her father-in-law, Louis XV. At the time of the marriage, Louis Ferdinand was still grieving the death of his first wife. Maria Josepha tried her best to conquer the heart of the Dauphin, but matters worsened in April 1748, when the daughter of Louis Ferdinand and the Infanta Marie-Thérèse died as well at the age of 2. Eventually, Henriette of France, the sister of Louis Ferdinand, had to intervene on behalf of Maria Josepha. Later on, the soft-hearted Maria Josepha commissioned a painting of the little girl to be placed on top of her crib. The portrait of the child has unfortunately been lost. Maria Josepha was very grateful to Madame de Pompadour for helping her organize her marriage, and she always maintained a good relationship with the royal mistress, despite her husband's hatred for the Pompadour. Although the marriage between Louis Ferdinand and Maria Josepha was an arranged one, eventually the couple fell deeply in love. For more information about the children born from the union between Louis Ferdinand and Maria Josepha, please check my video of last week about Louis Ferdinand. Like her husband, Maria Josepha was very devoted, and along with her husband and Queen Maria Leszczyńska, she opposed the libertine behavior at court. The couple was not very fond of the various entertainments held in Versailles each week, and they preferred to stay in their chambers. As Maria Josepha was close to both her husband and King Louis XV, she was able to help soften the tense relationship between father and son. Her husband's death on December 20th, 1765, delivered a devastating blow to Maria Josepha from which she never recovered, and she sank into a deep depression for the rest of her life. To save her from the grief she suffered from in the apartments where her life and marriage took place, her father-in-law, Louis XV, allowed her to move into the apartments of Madame de Pompadour, who died in 1764. There, Louis XV often visited her and discussed with her the marriage plans of the new Dauphin, Louis Auguste, the later Louis XVI. Maria Josepha was not very happy with the marriage plans made for her son to the Archduchess Marie Antoinette of Austria, but as negotiations with Vienna began in 1766, Maria Josepha's health started to deteriorate. She suffered from the same illness as her late husband, tuberculosis. Maria Josepha finally died on March 13, 1767, and was interred in the Cathedral of Saint-Étienne in Sens alongside her husband. Her son's marriage to the Archduchess Marie Antoinette of Austria was sealed 3 years later, on March 16, 1770. This concludes today's video. Next week we'll talk about the second Restoration king, Charles X of France, who was the brother of Louis XVI and Louis XVIII. I hope to see you then.